So what could we do? Resource efficiency, doing more with less. Magic formula, might be. But for us it means generating more value while living, producing and consuming within the physical and biological limits of the planet. And which is the important thing, it's part of the Europe 2020 strategy to become a smart, sustainable and inclusive economy. This is the strategic plan of the Commission that's actual there for 5 years. And resource efficiency is a main part of it. And the resources we are talking are the ones here on the side of my slides. They cover all resources. They cover the materials, but as well the ecosystems and biodiversity as the media, land, water, soils, and so on. And what we have been doing the past years is taking care of all of these. We have initiatives on all of these, and I will not give you the list of the issues we're doing, because that would be really too annoying, but I invite you to look at our website if you would be interested. The thing where we focused on really is a roadmap to resource-efficient Europe, which a bit encompasses all these issues. It has 3 timelines. We start with a long-term vision. Briefly, we want to be a sustainable Europe where everybody lives well. We need, if we are to become sustainable by 2050, we need milestones to pass by 2020, which are already much more concrete. And then, of course, we need actions now. And that are some of the actions are related with the media or with the resources I just talked about. So 3 action lines: transforming the economy, addressing natural capital, and tackling key sectors. What is key in that is the prices. We all know it. We need to get the prices right, and we need to create the right incentives. It's an old story, but we continue working it, and we are continued engaged to make it happen. This is where we want to go to, another economic model, a circular economy. Now, I don't want to say this is the solution for everything, but big things would be solved if we could go from an economy where we make and then where we extract, make, and then throw things away to a model where everything would be retaking up at the end of the cycle, where we would look as well that the things that we are using or extracting, there it would be done sustainable, where we would use renewable energies, where the pollution or the chemical loads or the chemicals embedded in the products would be quite low so they can be recycled. And for that, several things need to be done. So we need to look at the material productivity, we need to look at recycling, product design also important, and it's the eco-design directive, but much more than that. It's all this eco-design that all firms can do and taking up many more criteria. It's waste prevention in general. So we have to design all the elements, and we have all to do that taking care of the environmental impacts. So we're looking at environmental footprinting. We have launched a huge initiative on that a couple of months ago. And it's related with ourselves, our behavior, what we are doing. We have taken this up, not just the Commission proposal or a Commission communication, which was the previous roadmap, but we have taken this up with Council and Parliament, and we have brought together many of these issues in the 7th Environmental Action Plan. And I just want to highlight here the 3 thematic priority objectives. There are much more objectives in there, but these are, I think, the main ones: to protect, conserve, and enhance the EU's natural capital. Natural capital, this is resources. To turn the EU into a resource-efficient, green and competitive low-carbon economy, resource-efficient. And to safeguard EU citizens from environment-related pressures and risks to health and well-being. We have not to forget, we're doing it for the environment, but we're doing it for ourselves as well. To take care about resources is to take care about ourselves. The integration of resource efficiency in this is key. It is the most important thing. It's a little bit my hobby horse, I'm sorry. We have to convince the people outside of this room, and we have to integrate it in all of these policies. And we're trying to do it. I mean, we've tried to work with agriculture and fisheries, and we have succeeded some things. We didn't succeed in other things. As those who are interested know the outcomes of the last Common Agriculture Policy reform. But we have secured a huge budget in research. We are talking with consumer affairs. We are talking with our colleagues in enterprise. I come back to that in a minute. And in cohesion policy, resource efficiency is really important as well now. With our colleagues from enterprise, we're working quite closely together to go to this other objective, reducing the EU's raw material dependency. This is how we can link resource efficiency to the economic agenda. It is really important for them. And it's quite great that we can have a similar narrative, because if we have environmental claims in the economic policy, it's the best thing that can happen to us. And there's a European Innovation Partnership on raw materials, and they just came out 1-2 weeks ago with a strategic implementation plan. And there are really some nice things in there. In the narrative, they say it's resource efficiency and circular economy that counts. They want to reduce mining waste and large tailings. This is the rucksack. They want to to improve the Eco-Design Directive to take care of material efficiency. They want a landfill ban for certain waste issues. And they want to talk about product life extension strategies and new business models. I could have almost written it. 2014 will again be an important year for us, and from DG Environment, my commission says, Janusz Potocznik, it will be the year of the green economy, and he will do everything to make that happen. And we will, by next year, first half of next year, we will come out with a package on the circular economy. It will include the waste review. Many waste targets will be reviewed. We will look at general resource efficiency targets and hoping to make some progress there. And we will look at how business and finance, which I heard a lot the past days, how to integrate that in this story. We will take up there the final recommendations of the European Resource Efficiency Platform, which is a high-level group of about 30-35 members, both from public policy as from CEOs from business, 8-9 CEOs, as some scientists are in there, and I believe there are 2 persons from the platform here present, is MP Gerben-Jan Gerbrandy and Professor Paul Eakins, and I apologize if I forgot somebody else. We will as well go to communications on making some of the things really, some of the parts of resource efficiency very concrete. So we have communications upcoming on sustainable buildings. How can we make a building sustainable, not just looking at the energy, but as well at the materials and other issues? What to do with food? We have food waste, and all of us, we know that the footprint or the ecological impacts from meat consumption are enormous. How to deal with Rio Plus 20? What can we do with the Sustainable Development Goals? Can we do something with material efficiency there? SMEs and green entrepreneurship. How can we help those SMEs to become more green, more resource efficiency? And finally, green jobs. Jobs is on the top of the political agenda, and green jobs would be really the crossroad of both of these. How do we see the way forward, or rather this Congress forward? Well, I would be very happy if you could help us with elements to convince or to see how we can push society to think long term. How we can increase awareness and acceptance of resource efficiency issues and the willingness to act at all levels. And how can we better measure and manage resource efficiency, starting with those 2 pens. Which one is the most resource efficient? And I would like to thank you for listening.